Hello and welcome. I'm Vincent McCory and this is Africa 54. Tonight, U.S. investigators are examining evidence and searching for a motive as to why a lone gunman went on a shooting rampage at a secure Navy facility in the nation's capital Monday. The shooter, a Navy contractor, killed 12 people and wounded several others before he himself was killed during a gun battle with police. Just miles from the U.S. Capitol, the attack triggered the lockdown of the U.S. Senate offices and a number of schools. VOA's Chris Simkins recaps a frantic day.
Scores of police and tactical units converged on Washington's Navy Yard after a gunman armed with multiple weapons opened fire. Authorities say 12 people were killed with many others wounded, including a police officer. The shooter is identified as 34-year-old Aaron Alexis. Reports say Alexis served in the Navy and was a former civilian employee at the Washington military facility. Some of the shooting victims were airlifted by helicopters from a roof of a building in the yard where 3,000 people work. Most of the victims were employees who had just arrived for work at the Naval Command building at the Navy Yard not far from the U.S. Capitol. These witnesses saw the gunman.
He was down the hall far enough that we couldn't see a face, but we saw him hold the rifle, then we saw him raise it and aim it in our direction.
It was like pow, pow, pow. And then a few seconds it stopped, and then it pow, 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 pow. So we just ran.
Did you hear how many there were? How many shots there were?
I counted at least 7.
Authorities say after an intense search, police confronted the gunman, engaging him in a firefight inside the building. D.C. Police Chief Kathy Lanier.
Within 7 minutes, we had active shooter teams inside the building, moving through the building. There was multiple engagements with the suspect that was eventually deceased.
At the White House, President Barack Obama promised a thorough federal investigation while expressing sympathy for the victims.
We stand with the families of those who've been harmed. They're going to need our love and support.
Police have not identified a motive in the shooting. Authorities credit a quick police response to the crime scene with saving many lives. Chris Simkins, VOA News, Washington.